Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be meal prepping these veggie packed noodle salads to eat for our lunches over the next couple days. These keep really well in the fridge and they're loaded with veggies and these chewy, low-calorie noodles I like to use. It's all mixed together with a ginger garlic sauce that is so delicious, and it's just a fun way to switch things up for your salad. So I'll show you how to make them, and I'm also going to be prepping a couple other things to eat for this week. So I'll show you what's on the menu. Let's get started. This salad recipe is perfect as it's starting to get hotter because it is a no-cook recipe, even down to the noodles. The noodles I'm gonna use are just like a soak for 10 minutes type of thing, so you don't even have to turn on the stove. I'm using this little julienne peeler to make my carrot strips. Easiest way to make julienne carrots. I'm gonna slice up some of these mini bell peppers super thin. Basically, this recipe is just a lot of chopping. There's no cooking involved, but there is a fair amount of slicing and dicing. Slice, slice, slice. These raw bell peppers are an excellent source of vitamin C. They have more vitamin C than oranges. I'm trying to do this as thin as possible so you don't get like a massive hunk of cabbage. What makes this recipe a great recipe for meal prep is that I'm using cruciferous veggies, which will last so much longer and store better than regular just plain lettuce, because regular lettuce will wilt a lot faster. It's very tedious to try to make really thin slices, but I think it's so much worth it. Like, look how nice this and thin this is gonna be to bite into. Slice up these green onions. This is the noodles I'm gonna be using for this recipe. They are kelp noodles. They're basically like 0 calorie, 0 carb noodles. I really like the texture of these, but you have to prepare them correctly. You have to soak them in baking soda and vinegar. But yeah, I can't stand those like miracle noodles, 0 calorie noodles. Those are so disgusting to me. These ones don't taste like anything. They're just like chewy. Yeah, but feel free to use like soba noodles or like any other type of noodle you want. When you first take these out of the package, they're gonna feel super rubbery. You have to soak them in baking soda and either vinegar or lemon juice. All right, while those are soaking, I'm gonna add some protein source to my noodle salad. Feel free to do like whatever protein you want. I'm gonna bake some tofu. You guys know I am obsessed with tofu. So actually I am having to turn on my oven for this recipe. I'm just gonna make this super simple because it's all gonna get like mixed up with the sauce anyways. We need a bunch of coconut aminos. That one is really sweet, so I'm gonna add an additional hint of real soy sauce. Can't forget the garlic. Toss that together. And if I was more prepared, I would have marinated this, but this was an afterthought. Let's let this soak up for a few minutes at least. Oh wait, I forgot the red pepper. There you go. 20 minutes. Okay, our noodles are done soaking. They get nice and chewy and not crunchy anymore. Give them a little rinse. Tofu is done. This looks perfect. Oh my god. So for the dressing, I'm using 2 pitted dates, about a 1/4 cup of raw almond butter or peanut butter to give it a peanut flavor, about 2 tablespoons of coconut aminos, plus some Bragg's. I really like the flavor of Bragg's. Garlic, ginger, a little hint of rice vinegar, that's so good. Oh my god, that is so good. Wow. It's like seriously perfect, you guys. Hopefully I remember what measurements I did. In a large mixing bowl, combine your noodles and sliced up veggies. Top with about half of the dressing and then save the other half so you can add it on the top later on. Mix that all up really well. And I felt like it needed a hint of green, so I added in some arugula. Oh my god. Spectacular. Mix in some arugula. And I thought I had cilantro in my garden, but turns out it all bolted. So I really wanted to add some fresh herbs. Save some more dressing so you can sprinkle it on the tofu. You could put this on the side if you need these to last. I'm gonna split these with my boyfriend, so we'll probably eat these in the next 2 days. It is such good sauce. It is seriously like crack sauce. Delicious, wholesome noodle salad bowls. Oh my gosh. These came out so fire, you guys. Okay, it has been far too long since we have had a sweet treat. I'm gonna make a no-bake brownie recipe. These are gonna be like, what's it called? Cosmic brownies. This is a really simple recipe, and when you think of cosmic brownies, you think of like processed junk food, but these are actually secretly really healthy, sweetened with only dates, and they're gonna be higher in protein because I add some protein powder in there. So for my brownies, I'm using 12 pitted dates. I like to blend these up first by themselves so that they form a really smooth paste. Once it forms a ball, let it go for like 10 more seconds, and then they should be mashed up really well at that point. Next, I'm adding in 1 1/4 cups of walnuts, 4 tablespoons of cacao powder. Oop. Oh no, I just dumped this everywhere. I can't believe this. 1/2 cup of protein powder. Just use whatever one is your favorite, or if you don't like using protein powders, you can use 1/2 cup of oat flour. And I'm also gonna add in some vanilla beans, psyllium husk gel. 2 tablespoons of psyllium husks soaked in 4 tablespoons of water. If you don't have psyllium husks, just use 2 tablespoons of plant milk of your choice. You don't really need it. You can just leave it out and it still like holds together pretty well. But you don't want them to be too mushy. It should be like kind of crumbly still. This is a lightly greased 8x8 pan. Press the brownie batter into an 8x8 pan. I lightly oiled the bottom with some olive oil so it doesn't stick. Now we're gonna make some chocolate frosting to go on top. This is seriously the best chocolate fudgy frosting recipe. I'm using 1/2 cup of chocolate chips. I'm using these date sweetened chocolate chips. Fingers crossed it works because I don't know how well these melt. And you want to melt that down on a double boiler until it's nice and smooth. Some nut butter of your choice. I'm using raw almond butter. 2 heaping tablespoons of almond butter. I'm using raw almond butter. 1/3 cup of plant-based milk. I'm using soy milk. I haven't tried any other milks, but I think it would probably be the same. Oh yeah, look at this frosting. And this is how it should look. It should be nice and smooth and a little bit runny. It really just takes on the flavor of whatever chocolate chip brand you use. It's so creamy. Ugh. Also, I've added protein powder to this before, and I've made like protein frosting. So good. Okay, let's frost our brownies before I eat this all. Then just spread the frosting on top of the brownies and top it off with some sprinkles. Don't worry if the frosting looks really runny because it will firm up as it cools down. To make these like the real cosmic brownies, I went out and I got some sprinkles. Not the healthiest thing, they're just basically sugar, but I just wanted them to be cute for the picture, so let's sprinkle some sprinkles on top. Actually, real cosmic brownies are like those little chocolate chip, like candy covered chocolate chip sprinkles. Those are so good. Okay, and here's our healthy, no-bake cosmic brownies. I'm so excited for these. Brownies for our frownies. Honestly, sometimes I just make a batch of this frosting and keep it in the fridge. It's basically like fudgy chocolate mousse. It's a delicious sweet treat. Okay, I'm gonna pop these in the fridge, and there's one more recipe I wanna make before the sun goes down and I lose my lighting, so let's make that really quick. This is how the brownies look in the next morning. They firm up in the fridge, and then you can cut them up into squares. And just keep these refrigerated until you go to serve them. You can also microwave these for 30 seconds and they turn out so delicious. Like the chocolate frosting on top forms like this hot fudge, and with ice cream, it seriously was so bomb. I'm gonna be making this brownie recipe all summer. We'll have hot fudge brownie sundaes all summer long. I had a bunch of veggies that I wanted to use up, so I'm gonna make a giant white bean salad again, similar to my Erewhon recipe. So I'm using some asparagus and this patty pan squash that I got from the farmer's market. Fresh garden pepper. If you have a grill, I feel like this would be an amazing grilled summer salad. Aglio olio. I love to say it. I rotate between a favorite seasoning, and then I cook all my food in that one seasoning. And this one is my latest. Oh, I love vegetables. I'm just gonna let this steam. And then I made these white beans in my Instant Pot that I wanted to use up, so I'm tossing those with some white balsamic vinegar, garlic powder, and a little bit of olive oil. Then I added in 2 chopped tomatoes and a thinly sliced shallot. Add in the veggies and mix that all up. For an oil-free option, you could try doing tahini, like tahini thinned out with some water. You guys, I'm seriously obsessed with these giant beans. I want to eat them every day. It's missing just one thing. Literally one of the best smells in the world. This came out so good. This was a great way to use up some veggies I had left over. This would be perfect for a summer barbecue side dish. Okay guys, well I'm officially out of daylight, so that means I'm gonna wrap this video up. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you liked these recipes, and I'll see you in my next one. Oh, I'll link these recipes on my blog. I'm gonna be better about posting on my blog. Sometimes it's a little slow to load. Yeah, so you can get a printed out copy. I'll link the link in the description box. So thanks for joining. Oh, there's a fly in here. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye.